bottom of my screen below tonight. So Friday Night Smackdown was a really good show tonight. So I'll go with 10 out of 10. So tonight's Smackdown is at Spain. So here's all results in the bottom right here on my screen. So they got 6-man tag team match. They got Sikoa, 65-2, and Tonga. We take on every night, Braun Strowman and Sydney also. And this week on SmackDown took place in Spain to kick off the Spartan tour. And every night kick off the show with the area. After with a nice reaction from the crowd, he talked about displaying the full SmackDown here in Spain. And Sami also came out and said he wasn't disappointed to get the WrestleMania card, and it is looking to the silence was the USA title before it was every night. It was a good replay. It was so was the color. And 65-2 and Tonga has arrived. So also after a little trash talk, they attacked every night and Sami also, but Braun Strowman, he was so up to even the odds. And Nick Aldis came out and pulled a tag along by booking a 6-man tag match to take place liminally. Until we returned from a break to see the match already taking place of Sami also was tagging in to face off against under his younger brother and took a beating until 65-2 was tagging in. Under this match was forward a very long path of WWE 6-man matches. It was a two fall into a pounding soul. They're all easy to follow, but sometimes that can lead to a lack of stamina into and he'll embrace it lose into the end. And he's a monster not man. He got to the win for his team by pinning Tonga with a running power slam, but he was lumbering hit with a Samoan spike. Anya has soon his hand was raised to the fight. Also ended second fight 2, pointing Braun Strowman to the barricade. And this was a distant way to kick off the show. And just the crowd was hot, a couple of different storylines were interesting, but just in the match itself felt a bit flat into the middle. And the winner on this match is every night, Braun Strowman and Sami also. It took every night allowed to the crowd to sit for a long time before until he spoke, and it is tough to decide of Sikoa is better has a sonic killer or whether he is better when he is allowed to be a little funny both or good. Until Braun Strowman running everyone all at the ringside got the biggest pop into the match. Until but the crowd was loud into the whole time. So next match we got Beef Flab goes 1-on-1 against Solid Flair. And just say Cocker gave this interview with Kelly. I think that was pre-recorded and said it before. And the fans has arrived. She said she is ready to get back into the ring and was sick of hearing of Naomi lied and complained. So And Chip with Morgan and Raquel stood up and yelled at Sade for allowing them to be made into the angel for her attack. And Tuesday Coker got heated and walked away from this interview. And just the next match, it was a big flap taking on one of the most genuine champion in WWE today, Charlotte Flair. And it wasn't just a Royal Rumble winner look as confident as ever has to score off with someone who has somewhat less experience. And to be flap is in Roy's spot in WWE. And his seat was called up too soon, and it was Cody still needs work into the ring, but she has a lot of charisma and is working hard to improve putting her into the ring where someone has moved. Obviously has Charlotte makes her a person that much more and finally, and this match has some highlights, such as Charlotte Flair wanting to be flapped around a while holding her in a hit sizzle, but said hey Spurs gap and lead into some awkward moments. It was at that point said this was probably the best and Big Fab has looked into the ring. And just said Queen won with Nissel, followed by the figure 8 lock, and she started Flair was refused to release the hold until Timmy Strider win to the ring to start a fight. Also over a dozen guards and couldn't keep them apart. Andrew has stayed ball for a few minutes and just was if so for more entertaining then into the match that put it. And the winner of this match is Charlotte Flair. WWE recap fields have always been high, also Cody, but the way the company has been trying to make anything seem more dramatic, Cody has been both good and bad. And just for a few, like Naomi, Chicago, after it works, to be fair, was Bill from Hall of Fame City, Idaho. Andrew West is a fancy way of saying she is from Scented. She also never most of her basket's promo experience for the local crowd. And Timmy Strider got a little caught up trying to get into the ring. It was in it and was delayed her attack by a second. So speaking of Cody Rhodes on Miz TV, he said, it just a Miz into the ring after celebrate to welcome Rhodes to Miz TV. Until he spoke a little Spanish to get on to the crowd with a good side. Until Cody Rhodes ended up taking out the A-lister before saying a single word, but because after he was already sick of his trash talking, the American Nightmare called out John Cena to show up from next week. And this was so sweet. It wasn't the thousand of photo, but it didn't overstate its welcome a lot of WWE. He was talking Seismic have felt longer than noticing lately, so I think it was nice to see the one that was quick and everything even whatever it didn't compress much. It just started and Timmy was still fighting after the break. Timmy Strider dove off the throne onto Charlotte and the security guard to inside the fight. And just amazed, referring to Son Cena has a great rapport and was hilarious. In next match, they got Demi Priest goes one-on-one against Shinsuke Nakamura. After getting into an argument backstage, it was Shinsuke Nakamura and Demi Priest were booked in the second match. Into Shinsuke Nakamura had a trouble early on, but Priest was able to rebind and overpower him after he sent the former United States champion outside the ring with his clothesline to send the show into the break. After the fight spilled out to the ring when we returned to Demi Priest. After sent Shinsuke Nakamura into the announce table that was before bringing him back in for a crossbody from the top rope. And Drew McIntyre showed up at the ringside to distract Demi Priest. After it worked, Nakamura was able to take its role, but into when he went for his finisher, and Priest has continued with the South of Heaven Silk Slam. Into McIntyre attacked his rivalry to cause the other cases and kickstart a brawl. It was Shinsuke Nakamura. After hit Priest with a Kinshasa to give the Scottish Royal, and just advised he finished Priest of a stomp to his head after a Claymore kick. And just the match we got was fine, but says like it should be fair versus solid Flair support match beatdown with a third party was better. And the winner of this match, it was Demi Priest. And Shinsuke Nakamura's face of pain was more pronounced in this week. And he maybe is supposed to show its state in mind. It was getting worse. It was after losing the US title, whatever Demi Priest was 5 minus 10% critical with his strikes, and he will be one of the most dangerous men Logan follows in WWE. Into his limbs are so long, into that it makes his kicks and takes us a hair longer than normal. Into Demi Priest walking across the top rope, it was look cool. Into but Nakamura it felt to body for his crossbody, and just so it looked like he was trying to dodge it instead of fall with it. Into Timmy Strong and Charlotte Flair had all adjusted guards and trying to keep them apart, but only one referee showed up to try to stop Drew McIntyre. In the next match, we got Kamala Hayes goes one-on-one against Randy Orton. Into Kamala Hayes tried to shake Randy Orton's hand. After his the match got going in an attempt to trick him into thinking this was respect. Into but when the fumble put his hand out and the model pulled away and then shove him. Into Randy Orton followed off an uppercut and then started taking his young opponent to school. We returned from a break to see Hayes in the driver's seat. And just a high forward took and then it passes and everything went to a lesson kettle with a sleeper for a little while. And but Orton fought his way out of it he began to build some comparison of Hayes. It was a good in when you Orchard's power lead in some fun moments as they put on an entertaining and competitive match. And just a young upstart, it was look great against a 14-time Serbian but won RKO is out of nowhere. And you put him down for the Japan. It just a fumble over a handshake, but Hayes was refused, so Orton hit a second RKO. He lined up for the punt, but saw it was Kevin Owens and went after him. Instead, he seized KO as an idiot to end a disastment. And the winner of this match is Randy Orton. So, and you see the crowd singing along with Randy Orton's punches and spins was a fun moment. And Orton was doing some good selling for Hayes in this match. I think his physical spins are always on a point. And just a springboard DDT, Hayes needs look awesome on this match. So it was a good match. And next match got Gunjo goes 1-on-1 against NXT 1/2 Serbian Exilium. So AJ Gunjo came out and said he wanted to make a symbol of a wrestler from Spain. And just so he bought out of NXT Exilium after a match. And just the Spanish crowd got behind Exilium and whenever he put together with some office, but Sabrina Gesser kept finding his ways to put him back onto the mat. And to what Gunja seemed to think, and it would be a quick squash ended up lasting to a break into the next last minute. So high follow gave him more of a fight than he expected, which the crowd was loving it. And he just went from what could have been a true way of this match to bring another one of the best things we saw all night into Exilium combined with his power game of Gunjo to create a great dramatic. After the Exilium finisher, the ring Gesser destroyed him with some slaps and a powerbomb to get to the victory. And the winner of this match is Gunjo. It took Exilium trying to stop Gunjo was like he was watching and Gesser but tried to slap at Saint. And with his paw and out, there was no impact. It took Exilium muscle drop kick must look great because he himself the full did most with from that passing into Gunja's soul to hit point back in NXT UK. So another did was a match between Wato and a kid that was such has this. In next match we got JBY, which took on the Street Profits and the tag titles. The two matches forward in Eastern Dragons had a chance to get back on the top this week when NJ signed Sonya Gallo and Tommaso Ciampa for the tag titles in the main event. Two matches forward in August moves the size and fights in some double team tags to take its role. Only it took it was JY into the commits a break to get some breathing room. It just a Prophet seemed to have some mats in a hangout, but it did thereby prove to be restarted after so close. It was cost wonderful pen, Sonia Go to win the tag titles in a fast-paced match. It did that he had the crowd on his feet. It did wonderful and Dawkins have been here before, but it just feels like the start of something different. The tag titles has changed hands several times. It wasn't months. It just so hopefully the Prophets have a the longest reign in the winner of this match, the Street Profits. It's just the Street Profits. He had a backstage with it, Legendary Tasma. I think it's hard to tell. So whatever the Prophets are looking to be for heels or whatever they are such, trying to be more to a baby face. So it's just the Dawkins paper simple into a full arms footed simplex was incredible. In the final board. Hold on. It's just funny Smackdown had is a high and lows. But just felt like a much more focused episode than we have seen in a few weeks. I think it felt like every muscle story was addressed in a way that made sense. There was a bully when it came to the fuse, and that couldn't be advised due to an absence. And just the absence this week was sold, but the two matches that stood out the most well, it was Gundle versus Exciting in the tag title bout in the main event. It took something look faster in what was easily his biggest single match to the date. Davey could call him up tomorrow and he will fit right in. It took months for Dawkins winning the tag titles to close the show was a big surprise, but the slow the tag titles have been a little bounce around a bit, so getting the belts back on a team that Iron has assumed the spotlight for a long time felt right. After all in all, this was a destined way to spend 3 hours on Friday night, so the crowd never fell to a level. So it's gonna be a YouTube community poll. So give me 1 second. So give me 1 second here, guys. So it was a good match for the night. It was really good. So we got 3% like it so tonight. 3% is alright. And 3% didn't like it. So it's gonna be an X poll. Give me 1 second. So give me 1 second here, guys. So we like this video tonight. Please hit it just like subscribe in this channel by BCW. Hold on. Let me check here. Okay, we got 2% like this video tonight. So 2% is alright. And 2% didn't like it. So I will be doing live stream next week on Monday Night Raw at 3 o'clock on Monday Night Raw on Netflix. So have a great Friday. Have a good night. I'll see you next time. Have a good one, guys. Peace.